beautiful people. My name is Naila, your host for the Art of Living show. Today, we step into the world of a scholar, an expert, a diplomat whose impeccable credentials have shaped the fields of governance, human rights, electoral law, and democracy. She is none other than Dr. Ambassador Koki Muli. She invites us to her home to have a look around and to have a conversation. Let's discover, explore, and engage. Hello, Dr. Ambassador. My goodness. Finally, I meet you in person.
You look gorgeous.
You are an icon. You're just one of those women we look up to. Hi, can I give you a big huggy?
Yes, of course. Oh my God.
You're so nice.
So are you, and you look wonderful. I love your green hair. And this is so beautiful, isn't it?
Thank you very much. This is for you.
Oh wow, this is so nice.
Oh, nice. To us. Art of Living, we always give a little gift.
Thank you. This is beautiful, and I love this.
Yes.
I love that. You can see I love green.
I see your gorgeous landscape, the garden, the flowers, the smell, the chirping birds. That's why you're keeping young and beautiful. My goodness. I just feel like, can you adopt me and just live in your home?
No worries. I can immediately. We'll just sign the papers.
We just sign the papers.
Actually, there is a lot about this garden that is very interesting.
Okay.
For example, these two trees.
Yes.
I planted them in 2004 when Wangari Maathai won a Nobel Peace Prize. And the garden has a lot of memories and a lot of trees. One we planted when Obama won the election.
Unbelievable.
And there are two we planted for President Mwai Kibaki at the back on the day he won the election. And most of the trees here are planted by the family during their birthdays. So each one of the trees means something.
I've learned something new today. Whenever you have a milestone and you have a beautiful garden, how about you actually plant a tree? That's a tip. Can you imagine? So that whenever you have guests, each tree marks something important and meaningful to you. I've learned something new. That is wonderful. Yes. Can I talk about the exterior of your house, the architectural style of your house, and the color green, my favorite color green?
Oh my gosh. Would you believe that this was actually a mistake?
It?
We used to have an off-green. I told you earlier that I had mentioned that my house was flooded.
Yes.
And so we did a lot of renovations.
Yes.
And we painted it.
Okay.
And then I went to pick the paint that we had before, which used to be an off-green kind of. So we ended up with mint. You cannot believe the look on my husband and my daughters. When they arrived, they said, "Mom, the house is mint."
But it's a happy color, very inviting.
I love it. Frankly speaking, I love it. But they have grown to it.
Yes.
This is the conservatory for the house. We didn't have it when we bought the house.
Okay.
So we built this as part of to just open it, because when we bought the house, there was a small window on this side, and this part wasn't there. Okay. And then a beautiful garden that we were growing. Yeah. And as we grew the garden, we decided, listen, the only way we can enjoy the garden is to have a room like this. It's actually made of glass around it. And so you can see the garden very well.
Yes, I love it. I love it. And
Karibu.
Okay,
Karibu.
All right. Let's go in.
Welcome, welcome.
Thank you. I love this space. It's all vibes, you know.
Thank you.
I like the fact that you can sit there and just chill as you're enjoying the outdoors with your plants and the trees there. You must be so big on hosting, clearly, with the tables. Wow.
Well, actually, this is our space.
Okay.
So that's why we built the conservatory, of course, to open up to the garden.
Yes.
And so that's why we have Unfortunately, because of security, we have all these bars.
Yes.
But the idea
Yes.
was that we don't have, we have glass all over and little pillars.
Okay.
The purpose of this room is actually a relaxation room.
Okay.
And we eat here as family. When all of us are together, we sit and eat in this table, and then we sit here and tell stories, catch up. You will realize this room does not have any TV or anything like that.
Yes.
We have little music,
A few books,
that we listen to, jazz or any other music that we are, So we spend a lot of time together here. We like this room because it means a lot to all of us, and you can see the way it's open space and the architecture is
quite
is
unique.
such a way that we don't have a ceiling,
Yes.
so it is the highest room with
I
open
see.
space
I see.
like that.
I see.
So we usually open the curtains, open the windows, let the air
Come in.
and then just sit down and have a
and indulge.
Yeah. May I offer you?
Yes, that would
some
be nice. Thank
well,
you.
actually, this tea is tea that I've been taking for around, 15 years or so.
Is it?
It is, ordinary Kenyan tea with ginger and lemon. I take it every morning and sometimes in the evening.
Is that why you are young? Dr. Ambassador Koki, please tell us the secret of being looking young.
I guess it's I keep busy.
Okay.
I am always smiling and laughing. I guess that's
But we have discovered another secret. Give us a recipe.
The tea, yes. So when I offer you, let me see. Oh, I collect mugs as well. All my friends and family.
Okay.
Bring. This is from Montreuil in France.
Okay.
Let me try. Oh, wow.
I hope that will be my next destination.
Well, you should go here.
Oh.
This is actually a place in Pennsylvania. Okay. It's called Intercourse. It's a small little town. I had to travel a lot to be able to appreciate your own country. You know, when you live abroad. Yes. Karibu, this is.
Sante. Thank you
I want
very
you
much.
to taste and tell me.
Let me taste.
Everybody who takes it,
and I'll be 15 years younger from now on. I love it.
Really? Okay, great. I'll give you the recipe, the amounts that you have to measure.
Yes.
And then you can be taking it.
I love it.
It's very good also for flus.
Yes.
You will never find me sneezing.
Oh, I love it.
So
and yourself, where's your tea? Okay,
tea. This is Aki, I'm sorry, it looks terrible because I've had this almost for 20 years.
Okay.
Maybe more. Maybe 15. Let's say 15.
Nice.
So I keep it. So my tea is here. Okay, cheers.
Cheers. Thank you so much, Dr. Ambassador Koki. I want to talk about the furniture quickly before we go to the next step. And then something I want our viewers to have a look at is actually the ceiling. The same design that we saw outside is also, the same in here, and it looks impeccable, guys. This is such a fantastic, amazing style that I would love to adopt this. If you haven't built your space yet or you want to renovate, this looks amazing. Ceilings.
This is all local.
Borrow
wood.
This idea, love it.
This is local. This Kenyan. Everything here is local wood, locally done. I went I remember some years ago. I went for the Lamu festival. Okay. And when I was moving around I went to Shela, but I went also to the mainland, and I met somebody who was my tour guide. Yeah. And we were walking around, and I saw this beautiful furniture. Okay. And then I asked him, "Oh, this is really nice. What do they make it of?" Then he says to me, "Do you know we can make it and actually deliver it by bus?" Oh, wow. To Nairobi. Okay. And that's what they did. So this furniture, this is all from Lamu. Okay. And with this table. All right. And it was delivered and assembled here.
Fantastic.
this is, we call it my husband's crocodile.
Yes.
He was actually given this by his best friend here
Okay.
also.
Okay.
And he refused to put glass and make it something.
I
So
love
he
it as
loves
is.
it as it is. And he
Yes.
says, don't
and
touch
the legs
my
as
table.
well. It looks so unique and beautiful.
So these tables here, these are actually 2 tables.
Yes.
And,
Plus that you also got it from Lamu?
No. This we got it on Gong Road. In actually it is handmade. If you lift it, you will see that there are footmarks of a lion. There on the 4 corners.
Oh, the 4 corners, beautiful. Let's talk about sculptures. I see lots of sculptures as we are going into the living room. Do you collect locally or do you collect them when you travel?
Most of them are, yes, we collect them
locally.
Most of them are when we travel.
Okay.
Because we are very good in painting in Kenya, painting and the sculptures that you put in the gardens. We are very good artists here in Kenya.
Okay.
And but some of these are collected in Tanzania.
Okay.
Congo, Angola, different parts of Africa, Senegal, different Ghana, different places. You will find the DRC Congo has the enormously beautiful collection of sculptures and many artists. And luckily I visit often, so I've managed to meet some of them, some of the artists.
So we can go into
Karibu, yes, please.
Thank you.
Karibu.
Okay.
I'll carry my
tea. Me too.
My
I love
tea.
the tea.
So this is the living room.
Spectacular. That's all I can say. You embody art in all sense of the word. Clearly, look at all these art pieces, the sculptures. Talk to me about the most meaningful art piece in this space that means the world to you.
Everything, actually.
Okay.
But my husband is actually the
collector.
Artist, the collector here.
Okay.
I usually say yes or no to some of them, but mostly he would identify. We have art from all over Africa.
Okay.
From New York. These 2 pieces are
from New York. Okay.
This is from Gallery Watatu. We have some from Kenya. That's from Haiti.
Haiti?
Yes.
Wow.
That's a church in Haiti.
Okay.
And we also have some, as I say, many of these sculptures are mostly from different parts of Africa, Kenya, Tanzania, East Africa, Central Africa, West Africa. Most of them Central Africa, West Africa, because they have a long history of art, sculptures and masks. We have some, I don't know where they are, but we actually have run out of wall.
Where to put them?
Where to put lots
you
of
should
the
have a
paintings
gallery in your house, just a gallery for art.
That's probably something I should do when I retire, because we love to collect and we have lots and lots of them.
Yeah.
In the house.
Yes.
And so I mean we know how it is for.
You know what I felt right now as you were speaking? Like I've traveled the whole world just by you mentioning each and every piece represented here. It's so global. Let's talk about the furniture. I love your furniture.
Well, when we came back from New York, we came with some furniture. This settee and that one are from New York.
Okay, the leather seat. Wow.
Yes, the leather seats.
Okay.
Actually, that turns into a bed.
Is it? So cool. That's a sofa bed. No one can tell. That is so cool.
But those cushions are Kenyan made.
Okay.
This is also Kenyan made.
All right.
You see this, the little glass, the coffee
side
table that you like very much, and the side table.
Yes.
This is actually from Dubai.
Spectacular. Wow.
And I just, I traveled, we went for a short break with my girlfriends, and we got there, and one of the girlfriends decided to buy a car.
Hey!
And so she had a...
I love that.
Decided,
I mean...
Then she had a container.
Okay.
And then the container was not full.
Okay.
So they said that you have to fill it, because otherwise it's going to, you know,
be empty.
Yeah, and
Yes.
also move around.
Yeah.
So I decided to buy this, and a side board that you will see in the other room. These chairs and other 2 chairs and the 2 of those, and a television.
Okay.
So all of us filled
the container. You took advantage of
but
available
it wasn't
space.
we didn't actually go to shop. We just had gone for a short break.
Oh, lovely. So something about you. You are a globetrotter, you've been a doctor. I mean, you are an ambassador, you are a doctor, you're a scholar. Is there something that people don't know about you?
I hope so. I hope so, at least.
And that's what I want to unveil today.
No. Well, actually, you know, I'm an activist. I'm a human rights activist for a long time.
Yes.
I'm also, I became a convertee of a women's rights activist.
Yes.
A little later.
Yes.
And I'm democracy and governance expert.
Yes.
I deal with issues relating to elections and the electoral process, the entire electoral cycle.
Yes.
I'm very passionate about good governance.
Yes.
I'm very passionate about respect for the rule of law.
Yes.
I'm very passionate about democracy, having people have a say in the decisions that impact their lives on a daily basis. So I am so passionate about elections. In fact, I did a PhD on elections.
Amazing, amazing.
And so I work in the area of this, my areas of expertise is electoral law. I mean, of course, I'm a lawyer by profession.
Yes.
I'm also a certified public secretary. I'm a professional mediator. I'm many things. And currently I'm the Dean of School of Law at the Southeastern Kenya University.
All right.
Where I started working there in 2011.
All right.
Then I was appointed by the late President Kibaki as ambassador and deputy permanent representative of Kenya to the United Nations in New York.
Yes.
I stayed in New York for 8 years actually.
Okay.
But I worked for about almost 7 years.
All right.
In the mission, in the Kenya mission. And then when I came back, I went straight back to Southeastern Kenya University. I started the School of Law and I became its inaugural dean.
Wonderful.
So I'm the dean there.
Okay.
I have now 104 students.
Unbelievable.
So I'm very excited about that. So I'm a teacher actually.
Okay. I think one of the things I'd like to ask is, because you're the heart, I would say today as a woman, you're in the heart of our elections for a couple of years now.
Yes.
You're passionate about it.
34 years.
34 years. And we are seeing a revolution with Gen Zs now.
Yes.
What's your take? What advice would you give the Gen Zs today? Because I believe there is going to be a new way of people making decisions when they're going for elections. Do you think that there'll be a change in the next elections with now what we have seen so far with the Gen Zs? Yes,
I believe there will be a change, and I know that it is in their hands. Essentially, we have seen that the Gen Z movement in this country has sort of reclaimed the sovereignty of the people.
All right.
Which is in, Article 1.1 of our Constitution. All sovereign power belongs to the people.
Yes.
And Gen Zs actually tried in their in one of the protests to occupy Parliament.
Yes.
That was reclaiming their space, reclaiming their power as the people.
Yes.
But I can tell you that the only way that you can do this successfully is really on the ballot box.
Okay.
Therefore,
how would you advise
my advice,
look into the camera and
my
advice to the Gen Zs.
Exactly. My advice is go out there and register as a voter. Get your ID card, your passport, whatever you have. Go and register as a voter. Get your voter's card and go and make a decision in 2027, because this is the only way that you can actually determine your own destiny, because the people that we elect make decisions that impact our all aspects of our lives.
I agree.
And it is only you who can make that decision. And the second advice I would say, do not be swayed by money, by promises, fake promises, or anything else. Vote for somebody who you believe can make a transformation for you.
As a young person today watching you, because you've been there, and we look to you, you know, as an icon, and we celebrate you, by the way.
But one thing I can tell you, and I want to say something about Gen Zs as well. We saw that after the anti-finance protest, it was withdrawn, but we can see it creeping back.
Yeah.
You know, the bad things that the Gen Zs didn't want is creeping back.
Yeah.
You remember the cabinet was disbanded, and we saw 3/4 coming back.
Yes.
So the changes were there, but they are not permanent.
They are not permanent.
So we can find a way of, when we engage ourselves in the decision-making process by public
voting.
Through voting and through public participation, it actually makes a difference. The thing is, we must keep our leaders on their toes. We must not give them a break.
I like that.
And every day we must make noise.
Accountable.
Make noise to hold them accountable, because they are not accountable.
I agree.
And therefore we have to actually make a deliberate effort to hold them accountable. And that's what I would say for all the Gen Zs and everybody else who cares for democracy, good governance, rule of law, human rights and everything. Keep them accountable.
Wonderful.
Every single day.
I love that. And I see you keep warm as you take me to your kitchen. I want to see your kitchen.
Oh my gosh.
With the firewood here. I see you keep very warm.
You know, Nairobi is actually cold. Nairobi is cold.
Yeah.
And so there are some months that
it's cold.
We change the orientation of this sitting so that we are all around the fireplace.
The fireplace, lovely.
Yeah, it gets really
lovely.
And so, these trees were actually from the garden.
Oh, nice.
Every so often. But this one was because of the rain, the big rains that fell a lot of trees.
Yeah.
But usually, every so many years, we change the trees, because I told the space is little and we have planted everything.
Yeah.
So we cut like a
few,
and then replace them.
Wonderful. Another dining area. You love hosting people, clearly, and I love it because it's filled with all these spectacular art pieces, colorful ones that say a lot. I really like them.
So this is art from Haiti. Art from Haiti is very, very colorful. You will find even the sculptures and little things. They are like our Matatu culture. Their vehicles are painted with that kind of color, and it's beautiful. I mean, it makes life a little bit more cheerful.
Yes.
Because of course the suffering of the country and so on. So there must be something cheerful. That is also from Haiti. That little piece. That's Chinese art.
And that's too, huh?
That's Chinese.
Okay.
That's Chinese art. It's very elaborate.
Yes, and I love it.
Long story, but another day. That's New York. That's actually New York. That's how New York used to be, Manhattan. Okay. Manhattan in the middle, and then Brooklyn and Bronx. And so you can see it's a bit interesting.
Yes.
This furniture is from New York.
Oh, I like it. It's so sleek.
And this also, the dining. This is what I was telling you, I put in the container from Dubai.
Oh, it's part of that.
It's part of, This furniture here is from Nairobi. Okay. It's from Gong Road.
Okay, I like the design.
It's custom made. You tell them, we have incredible artists and and fabricators of a lot of products in Kenya. They make very good finishing. When you tell them what you want, they will actually make. I told them what I wanted, and they made it. This is Nala's bed. Nala is our a Labrador, and she is 3 years old as last October, and so she stays here. She's a house dog.
Okay.
We cannot. She is my company. A lot of times my family travels a lot.
Yeah.
I find myself alone here.
Yeah.
So she keeps me company. She's my secret friend.
Yes. What kind of a mom are you? Are you a strict mom?
Well, my children always say that I am. I see myself as more liberal.
Okay.
But actually we are very lucky because I'm a Catholic. We grew up in church, sort of.
Yeah.
And as a person of faith, we got our children to go to church when they were young. They used to serve in church, and therefore they have been brought up as well in that kind of environment, which makes parenting much easier.
Okay. You've been married for how long?
Well, I've known my husband for 31 years.
Okay.
31 years. And we've been married for 18 years.
Was it love at first sight?
Well, for him, I thought he was just, he was very interesting. We met actually in a conference that I organized. I invited his boss, and then she sent him, and when he came, he was here to do his PhD in 93. He came in 92 or 91, but I met him in 93 early. And so what happened is, it was quite funny. He came to this meeting after the workshop. He followed me. I was working at the International Commission of Jurists then, at City Hall Annex. He came and followed me there, looking for books. And
not looking for you?
Looking for books. So my secretary then kept him away from me for weeks. Then one day I found him and I asked him, have we met? He said, yes. Then I asked him why he was here. So he said he wanted to see me. And Mrs. Maranga said, the secretary said that no, he didn't say he wanted to see you after so many. So I said, okay, please come in. So he came in, we chatted a little bit. And I was, a relationship was not in my framework. As I said, I come from a relatively humble background. And therefore, when I was working, the first years of my work, I would spend a lot of my money on my family, taking my siblings to school and so on. So it was, I couldn't imagine having anybody else
to be partner.
So it wasn't my idea. And then of course he is French, and those are the kinds of people you don't want to associate with. Not that he's French as you don't want to associate with French, but he's a foreigner. It's too many complications.
You're like,
he's a Mzungu, and I'm an activist, a human rights activist, and I'm like, this is not working. Anyway,
fast forward,
he took me. Our first date. He told me he would take me out to lunch. Okay. And he had this beautiful basket picnic bag. He took me to Huru Park. And imagine the preachers, eating air burgers, and I'm sitting there with a Mzungu, and there are all these birds, and we have this food, and everybody around us is hungry. It was a spectacle. I almost died.
Oh my goodness.
God, I wanted to die.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway, there were all these birds that come, and much of our food was taken away, and then we gave the rest, and I was so, I just...
You were embarrassed.
I wanted to die.
Yeah.
So then I told him that let's go back. So we went back and went to a cafe near the City Hall Annex. That's where we actually ate our lunch. And I told him, oh my God. Anyway.
So your first date was at Uhuru Park. Hey.
That was my first date. was like, whoa.
Wow, that is so cool.
It turned out to be a disaster.
Oh my goodness.
God.
But most memorable, clearly.
Yeah, you can't forget that, can you?
Yes, no, never. I like him. He's quite romantic.
He is.
Yeah,
he is. And very nice and supportive, quietly at the back.
Okay.
He's always there.
Okay.
When he knew you were coming, he made himself scarce.
Oh, good. He really supports you. He really
Absolutely.
supports you.
In fact, when I once started working at the Institute for Education in Democracy, they didn't have money and they wanted me to start the fundraising for the institution. I worked for almost 9 months without pay. So he used to pay me and he bought me a car.
Oh, wow.
And he used to pay me every month to go and work.
Wow.
And anyway, he's really very supportive.
Wow, that's
and
amazing.
He also supported me through
We applaud him.
taking care of the children.
That name is so hard. Gay?
Francois Grignon.
What? Say that again.
Dr. Francois Michel Grignon.
Grignon, Miss.
He's a political scientist.
Yeah.
Yes.
We applaud you. Thank you for supporting our very own Dr. Ambassador Koki. We can go to the library?
Yeah, he did his PhD in Kenya.
Okay.
Actually wrote about his PhD was around Paul Ngei and Ukambani politics.
Fantastic, fantastic.
We are going upstairs.
Okay.
Upstairs we have 4 bedrooms.
All right.
Our 2 daughters' bedroom.
Okay.
Our bedroom.
Uh-huh.
And a spare bedroom. And then we have also the study.
Okay.
Our pride and joy.
Your pride and joy. I can't wait to
We
see
spend
your
a lot
pride
of
and
time.
joy. Okay.
During COVID, we spent a lot of time there because of, we couldn't work physically in our places of work.
This Mr. Man, finally we get to see him.
Well,
there.
Yes,
What
we're
a
a very
beautiful-
secretive family. They don't really like at all to
be in the
appear
public
to
eye.
be in the public eye. We are extremely private family,
Okay.
and I
Thank you for the honor. Thank you for the honor. This is
I
what we
will
do.
be in trouble, but
Yeah.
then our annual conference will be about this.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
I love these pictures. These are your little ones, no longer young anymore.
Yes, this is actually our 2 daughters.
Okay.
Alexandra is the last born,
Yes.
and the firstborn is Valentine,
Okay.
whose bedroom is that one.
Okay.
Alex's bedroom is there as well. Alex is she's studying law in Reading, in the UK. Valentine didn't study politics like her father, but she has studied journalism.
Okay.
She actually completed Masters in International Journalism this year, and so she's in the UK as well,
Okay.
looking for work, but
Okay.
also as a graduate,
Okay.
student.
Okay.
And my husband, Dr. Francois Grignon, is, as I said, he did his PhD in Kenya in
Yes.
politics.
Yes.
He works for United Nations.
All right.
What is strange about this house is
Yes.
that the house actually ended here.
Okay.
So this was a bedroom.
Okay.
This was a wall.
Okay.
But what we did with this wall is we burst it open
All right.
for more lighting and decided to abandon this side of
Yes.
the house for the
Yes.
children.
Yes.
And then we went to build an extra where we
Okay.
have the study and the bedroom. So
Okay.
those are our quarters.
All right.
This is part of my husband's art.
Okay.
In fact, you will find there are several photos here and art from my husband's aunt. Those 2 girls, my daughter's painting was done by their grand aunt.
Oh, nice.
Yes, even before she met them.
Wow.
And she painted that and gifted us.
Okay.
These are some of my husband's collection. This is a very intense
I can tell.
painting from DRC.
Okay.
There's a lot of story here.
I can tell.
The civilians,
love
the
it.
military, they are
Yeah.
heads of state,
Yeah.
their money.
It's
and
a
they-
masterpiece.
5 million francs there, and this is 50. You can see
Yes.
5
yes.
million.
Yes, and I'm also seeing
This is some of
the
it,
actual,
yes, they have
yeah.
put. It talks
Beautiful
about
artists.
inflation, it talks
Yeah.
about struggle for independence, for freedom,
Yeah.
talks about lack of liberty, talks
Yeah.
about dictatorships. You can see people dying there. It talks. It's really, really huge and
Yeah.
intense,
Yeah.
and you can see the kofia of Mobutu and the eagle coming down.
I'm seeing
There are a
him
lot
come-
of things. here.
Yes, yes.
It is Chisekedi. It's a lot of Kabila. It's a lot of. It's a lot of story. It
Beautiful.
tells the entire story of
Of Zaire, Congo,
DRC Congo.
DRC Congo.
This is actually our private wing, so to speak, for the
Okay.
parents.
Okay.
Parental unit, like my daughters say. So I'm welcoming you to our study.
Okay.
This
is
is-
your favorite spot in the house?
You can say that. I really love this room. And as you can see, it's full of books, which are very valuable.
Yes.
If wealth was counted in books,
So how much
I,
would this
I'll
cost you?
I would be very wealthy.
How much? Just approximately. Just
Not the value of the books,
Yes.
but just having the books.
Yes.
Because I mean, books are not that expensive. But what is important is that for me,
yeah.
they mean so much.
Okay.
We collect books. We read. I read a
invest in
lot.
books,
We
yes.
invest in books.
Yeah.
We also contribute. We donate books as well.
Okay.
We donate books, and we are able to keep some. So when we read them, we try to also make our daughters read.
Okay.
But thankfully,
Yes.
they do like to read.
They also love to. I mean,
Yeah.
your life is so
But,
amazing. I want people to be impacted by just that one thing about you that has made you who you are today. And you can speak to our camera, somebody who's feeling discouraged today, they're feeling low today. Just look into the camera, something that will impact their lives. Somebody watching this today feeling at the lowest. I'm sure you've had those moments as well.
Oh yeah, everybody does.
Yeah.
But one thing I can say is that I've been very fortunate. I had a lot of help from my uncles, from my aunties. My parents are deceased. My father passed on a long time ago. But I lived, let me tell you one thing that really made me and people of my generation who we are. It is free university education.
Okay.
Let me tell you, if we didn't actually, if I didn't have boom that I got when I went to the first year in university, you know, our education, we got, it was not even a scholarship, it was not even a loan. When I went to university in the 80s, I went to university in 87, in June 87, we used to be paid boom. And that money is what I spent to pay for my siblings' school fees and to help my parents then, to help, you know, to educate the rest of my brothers and sisters. We had free accommodation. We had 3 meals paid for by the government.
Wow.
We had book vouchers to buy textbooks. We had, everything was free, where we slept, where we ate, and we ate meatballs.
This Kenya?
We ate chapati. We had,
Are we talking about this
for
Kenya?
For free.
This Kenya we live in
this
today.
Kenya. And let me tell you, there is nothing as important as education.
Okay.
If I didn't have an education, I would not be where I am.
Okay.
And it is what has transformed me. It's what has changed me. But I worked really hard.
Okay.
I worked so hard all my life. There is nothing I have that was given to me by anybody. And so my hard work got me here.
Yes, I
and
see those
then got me
accolades.
traveling around.
They were-
I have a lot of recognition
Yes.
from my peers,
Okay.
from different organizations.
Okay.
And in fact, one of your producers
Uh-huh.
was a witness of
Yes.
one of my.
Fantastic.
This is. I got this one. this month of November.
Oh, congratulations.
It is a Columnist of the Year.
Oh, congratulations.
The Columnist of the Year award.
Congratulations.
That young lady there.
Oh, wonderful.
She gave this to me.
Wow.
She was actually one of the MCs during the award giving.
Wonderful.
And
Wonderful.
I also got from her the Peace Ambassador 2024.
Look at you.
So I got 2 of these from,
you truly
from her.
are such a big inspiration, my goodness.
And then this is from the Institute of Certified Public Secretaries. As I told you, I'm a certified public secretary.
Okay.
And I'm inducted into the College of Fellows.
Wow.
So this was my fellowship.
Wow.
And then I used to be to work at the Secretariat of the Council of Southeastern Kenya University.
Okay.
And during that year, I was first runners-up.
Congratulations.
Company Secretary of the Year 2020.
Congratulations.
2023.
Oh my goodness. I just, these achievements are so infectious. And you just make us all want to go back to school. And
I'm telling
really
you, and work hard.
Yes.
This one I got from New York.
Okay.
It is in honoring my contribution. 2016 Women Ambassadors Luncheon.
Okay.
And I received the award as to honor my contribution to the United Nations as a woman leader.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
It has an entire globe on it.
Wonderful.
Then
wonderful.
When I was in New York, because
yes.
you know I'm a teacher inside.
Yes.
So I continued to mentor students and to teach students in upstate New York.
Yes.
So this was an appreciation from Bergen County, the Links Inc. International Careers Panel in April 2019. I mentored students. I used to talk to them, and wherever I could, I used to teach. I used to do some lectures at Columbia University also, and so I got some recognition. So Vijana Tugutuke, we did this in 2006 to 2007, where Gen Zs, it was the first time actually we contributed to the registration of young people, about almost and added more than 7 million people in the voters register.
Wow.
And that is why in 2007 you got a lot of young people participating in that general election.
Yes.
And you also got young people being elected as MPs and as councillors.
There is something there that looks like a fruit. I'm not sure what that is, but it's intriguing from here. What's that?
Oh my gosh, it looks like the female anatomy.
Okay.
And this is actually a natural occurring plant.
Okay.
It's a coconut tree. It's like a coconut tree. It's called coco de mer. You know, the coconut of the sea. It is indigenous to Seychelles.
Oh, okay.
And in fact, you cannot come out of that country with that coconut. It is real. That's the real thing.
Wow.
It was a gift that I was given by my very close friend. My husband and I had gone for a small holiday there.
Who is your friend?
At his invitation, I'm not sure.
I'm dying to know.
Anyway,
I need friends like those.
Anyway, that coco de mer, you have to get a certificate signed.
Okay.
And at the immigration in Seychelles, you have to show the certificate authentic.
Oh, wow.
So anyway, it is the president of Seychelles.
Oh my goodness.
A good friend of mine.
Hey.
I met him in my activism years.
Oh,
and,
Dr. Ambassador. Casually saying that she just got a gift from president.
Oh, you should know. I mean, in the kind of work that we have, doing in New York, when I was Balozi there and the deputy permanent representative, I made a lot of friends. But I met him when he was actually the leader of official position.
Okay.
When we went to observe elections in about almost 20 years ago.
Okay.
In Malawi. On that table, there is something else.
Uh-huh.
Jabulani.
Uh-huh.
You know, when World Cup came to Africa.
Yes.
Football.
Yes.
So my bwana and I decided to go and make our contribution.
Yes.
Support it because it was coming to Africa for the first time.
Yeah.
And we managed
this
to
was
get
in South
the
Africa,
official,
right?
Yes, it was in South Africa. We went to Cape Town and got the official yeah, that is the official Jabulani.
Amazing. As we wind up, you've been married for how many years?
28.
28 years. Yeah. What's the secret of keeping a marriage?
Well, I guess there's the cliche of me being always right and him being quiet is really not always there. You know, it has ups and downs.
Yeah.
Sometimes, of course, we quarrel. But what has really helped us is we talk.
Okay.
We are also quick to forgive, you know, after a few months.
Yeah.
But
okay.
But yeah, I guess it's really being able to talk about what it is that you don't like. Let me tell you, there is no such thing as greener pastures. You know, the people say the grass is always greener on the other side, but you don't know how much manure they have put there. So wherever you are, you should put your own manure yourself. So that's all I can say.
I think this is the last question. One thing that you can address women in the country regarding gender-based violence.
We are parents of daughters. We are always anxious and worrying. The trend that we have seen of femicide in Kenya is not only worrying, it's really alarming and catastrophic. And there is no reason why that can happen or should continue happening, because we have the police, we have laws, we have all sorts of all this, you know, our security. And you know, the primary responsibility of any government is to provide its citizens with security and protection. They have the responsibility to protect, and therefore they need to pull up their socks, and we need to invest more into the arms that provide security for the citizens of Kenya. There is a lot that is happening and need not happen. The other issue, of course, you know, much of domestic violence is symptomatic of other issues. Since COVID period, we have seen the rise of mental illness, depression, and all these others. You have seen the rise of women being battered, even men being battered by people who are close to them. So this kind of, we need to address the underlying reasons. We have the legal frameworks. We have the judiciary that is very helpful and very supportive. We have a lot of awareness, but it's still the rule of law. Impunity is what is getting us into this rut, you know, we are stuck in. We need to obey the law, we need to enforce the law, and we need to do it without politicizing any of this. And we need to finish gender discrimination. We need to ensure women's representation through ensuring the implementation of not more than 2/3 gender rule, and that it works. And we just need to obey the Constitution and respect it.
We celebrate you. Today was an honor to have heard this beautiful tour of your space. Thank you so much for opening your home to us, and we deeply appreciate you. We again have said wholeheartedly celebrate you from the crew and I and our viewers. God bless you.
And you.
And we'll meet in Kitui or France.
It's your choice. I think
let's meet in France. I think that sounds better.
I think so. Thank you so much, and thank you for everything.
Yes. There we go, beautiful people. Dr. Ambassador Koki has been an amazing, incredible woman that we all admire and celebrate. And just as we're winding up, we're going to dance, and then we say adios. Have a great evening, and God bless you. I've been your host, Naila.